Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another Young Justice reaction. This is Young Justice Outsiders Season 3, Episode 22, entitled, let me say it slow, Antisocial Pathologies. Very, very interesting title. Not sure what to expect, but okay. Interesting title. Now, it has been confirmed from the last episode, which, by the way, was a complete doozy. That last episode was freaking bonkers. After credits scene, revealed, officially, the anti-life equation. This whole theory and thing looking at each letter of the very first word in each of the episode titles for Young Justice Outsiders. If you look at the first letter of each word and you like list all the titles in a row and then you look at the first letter of each and scroll down, it spells out the anti-life equation. It's something with the anti-life equation involved. It is now confirmed. Granny Goodness has said to Darkseid she thinks she has found it. Now, everyone is speculating, or at least most people are speculating, that what she's referring to is Violet. She's referring to Halo. She's referring to her. Because there's a moment where she hears her healing, or she's healing Black Lightning and Nightwing from this, this mind thing that they're in. And Granny Goodness says, the old god language. Like, it's referencing the language that she is speaking. And essentially, it's assumed that she's the anti-life equation. Now, she's somehow involved. So, Granny Goodness claims. So, I'm now going from, they're setting up anti-life equation for season 4. No, it is coming to the end of this season. Why would they drop this tidbit information in an after credits scene if it has nothing to do with the rest of the season, just teasing for season 4? I call shenanigans. I call bullshit. We are leading up to Darkseid showing up on Earth. That is my guess. I'm excited. I'm hyped. I'm not sure what to expect in this episode, and that's the beauty I'm having with watching this show right now, is because each episode, you don't know who you're going to focus on, and I'm really excited because I'm hopeful that what they did in that after credit scene is set up for what's going to happen in this season. So I'm excited. I'm hyped. I'm ready. I'm excited to see what we do in this episode. I'm going to stop rambling. Here we go, guys. Let's go.
Clearly, Earth's various teams of heroes are cooperating more than they reveal to the public. And that Halo girl...
You need not concern yourself with Halo. I already have plans for her capture and beyond.
I'll give you...
Oh!
Slade?
Easy, princess.
What are you doing?
Nothing to say. You've gone soft on those people.
I agree.
You're soft, princess.
His brain is swelling. Dr. J says we need ice to bring down his temperature. We're on it.
Spurs. It's cool to see him outside of the suit.
And then what?
I wonder why he's struggling.
It's a fair question, Cole.
Frankly, I'd be lost without you.
Still need to tell him what's happening. But pancakes.
Is Grayson's father Bruce Wayne?
Look, can we talk about Gretchen? She's the reason Dick's... Well,
Just bypass that.
no. I'm in way over my head, Jeff.
I'm here for
You sure are.
anything you need.
With who you're talking to. Secretly.
There's no change.
Calder, again. A word.
Oh. Can we hear that conversation?
But I hereby tender my resignation to the Justice League.
Since when are we working for the League?
We're not.
I want nothing to
Is he putting it together?
Batman Incorporated. Son of a...
Shit.
Working together!
He figured it out.
Mister, I don't join teams. Grayson takes me on a rogue mission to Granny's house. But it doesn't stop there. Or start there, for that matter. That joint op busting medic traffickers around the world, Dick explained it all so logically. Did Dick recruit me from Markovia just to keep me in the fold? Holy, when the League split, Batman didn't blindside Aquaman. You both planned it in advance. Created that dog and to lie to
This is
every
crazy.
fellow leaders. And why? Everything's a lie. Badass Calder getting his bad ass kicked in Brooklyn, Maine. That was just to make the outsiders look good, wasn't it? That's not what happened. Not bad enough you manipulate me.
Oh.
Manipulate these idealistic kids.
Be silent, my child, and follow me.
Oh! Let's go!
know you were having trouble deciding how to break the news.
No wonder you were kidnapped. Even with your
Oh, is she gonna break out?
take care of yourself.
Is she gonna break free of it?
I got you.
Oh, they're
Didn't we feel enough of this
in mind fighting.
death at events in Brooklyn, Maine?
No, the Brooklyn Warbugs and the Reach ship were real threats. We just kind of
Yeah.
teed it up for you guys.
You teed it up, yeah.
That? Look what we accomplished in Dublin. But the girl and her dad.
The girl was McGann. The dad was Bruce.
God, this is fucking crazy.
That to me?
Oops. This is crazy. Everything's getting revealed.
You wanted to go head-to-head with Lex and Granny in public. We were going head-to-head with the light behind the scenes. And we did it in a way that allowed you to preserve your integrity. So now you're mad at us for it?
We are sorry we have made you feel this way. It's not an apology.
I am not going to apologize for putting the mission first.
What good is the mission if we lose ourselves trying to fulfill it?
Jeff, I think the person you're really angry with is me.
Overlord?
Simple leash, please.
I've fulfilled my part of the bargain. I'm ready to depart with Brion and Tara as promised.
You'll get what you're owed when we are good and ready.
I don't believe that.
Would you care to see what we have planned for this mother box girl?
I admit, I'm curious.
Excellent. Mother box, rise. Overlord.
Rise.
Free will has not been truly eliminated. But after seeing a mother box trapped inside this organic form,
Yep.
I formulated a theory. Has repolarized the power emanating from the mother box's human flesh.
Meaning what?
Meaning she's the key to solving the anti-life equation.
There you have it, folks. There you have it.
Wish Jeff understood. Barbara, you know I didn't decide this alone. The seven of us agreed. We had to fight fire with fire.
It's true, but have you noticed your little Illuminati society is made up entirely of former protégés? Protégés accustomed to following your orders without question.
Diana,
Is out in space, where she only learns of our activities as a fait accompli.
the mission.
Whose mission, Bruce? The mission or your mission?
Life minus free will equals anti-life. But the formula must be tested.
So Halo's organics make her the key to this anti-life equation.
With her connection to the source of life repolarized? Don't be modest, dear. Spill your secrets.
My creations. After Bedlam abducted the princess and
Of
brought her to my
course.
lab,
Of course.
destroyed the old Tara. Tara was reborn as a meta-human. Brion is such a sweet boy at heart that manipulating him was child's play. I planted seeds. There was also Gabrielle. After the king and queen's assassination, the Lamb wanted any potential witnesses removed. Gabrielle was sent to me. She tested negative for the method. She was useless.
All on confirmation.
Right there in my lab, find Tara. So I seduced Jeff, used him to reunite with my children. But after learning the truth about Gabrielle and the spirit of the mother box within her, I began to suspect Violet might not be my child. The girl was some kind of sick joke, a corpse revivified by an alien machine. And the
Jesus.
thing was dating my son. I had to separate them. In time, I'm sure they'll no longer be necessary.
You might not even live.
Of that I am now certain. My master will have Halo, and through her, anti-life.
Yeah.
Played your hand.
I think not. I think perhaps you have.
I knew it.
Will no longer be controlled.
Take this. Just in case. Where's Helga?
She left a while ago with Violet in the markup.
Yeah.
Blame her. Probably didn't want them to see all this.
True. There they are. Okay.
I gave Tara an antidote chip before Jace could take her, so that the Markovs could believably break free on their own, keeping both exactly where we want them.
Oh.
That's me.
It's all part of the plan.
They cannot be trusted. So, what do you need me to do?
Jesus Christ. this freaking episode. Where do I even begin? I guess we have to start off with this. It is official. Halo, Violet, is the whole thing with the anti-life equation. That was the theory ever since we saw that after credit scene last week. And there's been so much focus around this character, we're not sure. And then, of course, we have that moment where Granny Goodness says that. And then she just openly says, yep, she is the path to the anti-life equation. We saw Darkseid for a couple of seconds. He didn't fucking speak. I got angry. I was like, come on, because I felt the hype. Because like Vandal Savage goes, and it reminds me of the ending of season 2 where Darkseid turns around to him, and then they do that handshake, and then of course the show gets canceled. For so many years, we don't know what the way he turned around, the way he was angled. I think it was mirroring how the supposed conversation after the handshake, I guess, at the end of season 2, just the way it was positioned, it looked pretty similar. But yeah, Granny was just going through this whole spiel about it, and confirmed also that fucking doctor, Jace, whatever the fuck her name is, bad. Always. There's always been question marks about her, and not many people have ever trusted her on the show. Every time I bring her up, people are like, yeah, I don't trust her. I don't know what it is. I just don't believe that, especially when they revealed who she was talking to. Okay, I think it's the last episode they did. But regardless, even before that, there was not a lot of trust with her. Not whatsoever. Because she's been always around, and you never know what the hell she's doing. Fucking, I gotta give a little bit of a round of applause to Deathstroke, because even though it's a part of the plan, if it wasn't for him, then it would have been a situation to where they would have been taken, because the doctor thought that, oh, I'm a part of this bargain deal getting rid of Violet, and I'm taking my kids, because she calls them her kids because she created them, because she reborn them as Meta. So in her mind, they're my children, and she thought Violet was another of her children, but no, she's a joke or something. Like, whatever word I shake my head, because I'm thinking, you have no idea. Violet is on another level. You don't even understand what this is, and Granny Goodness sees it, and she was predicting and theorizing, and she confirmed a lot of it with the testing that she was doing, which is crazy. But she was so angry. The doctor was so angry that Violet was not another one of her kids. Like, this is just a joke. It's not real. It's not one of my children. I'm like, you don't understand. You clearly don't understand that this is, sure, not one of your kids. She's fucking crazy. But this is a completely new thing that's never happened, it seems, because if this would have happened previously, somewhere down the road, then the anti-life equation would have already been a thing. But it's not. It's always been something that's been on the verge of seeking for Darkseid, and Granny has now has actually found the path to it via Violet. Crazy stuff there. Nightwing was still having issues with getting out from under the control. And what was really interesting, we saw Bruce without the suit. Because I'm trying to remember if we've ever seen Bruce Wayne on the show without the bat suit on. And I don't remember if we have. But regardless, he was in a good portion of this episode. And there was a lot of discussion. And Black Lightning figured it out. No one else could figure it out. He figured it out just by small tidbits they're flashing back to. And he went, holy shit. All of these different groups that were created when Batman exited the League, and all these things and all these changes around with who's with what and all that kind of stuff, it was all a big conspiracy, all a big plan, all these, and it happened because Bruce, stupidly enough, he made a mistake. He asked for a couple of them to go meet. We didn't hear the conversation, and that is when he pieced it together. That's when Black Lightning went, wait, hold the fuck up. And all these little things, then he lost his shit. Understandably. Because he was under this mindset, he was being told a certain thing, and Nightwing was just keeping him involved. keeping him around, because since he didn't want to be a part of what Batman was doing outside of the league, all that kind of stuff. And it was a really interesting reveal to reveal that all the leaders of all these different groups are working together. The leaders are, not the people within each group, but the leaders are all covertly working together, and they're in the Batcave discussing stuff, and they're creating the scenarios, and they built up the outsiders, and they created this diversion. They did this and this and this and this, and it's all one big plan. Now it's all come to light. But I don't know how this is going to branch out into the other teams, because right now the only people that know was in that tower, and Black Lightning has now exited. Jefferson's gone. I think it's his name. Regardless, he's left. He's gone. He can tell anybody now if he wanted to. But it seems that the people inside the building, in the tower, were not on the same level. I mean, Beast Boy was upset, especially with finding out that the girl that he saved was actually Magan, posing as that girl who was kidnapped. But other than that, I mean, there was not a lot of this heavy reaction. Now, I like the interaction where Barbara was talking to Bruce outside, and somehow Bruce was like, look, this is the mission. This is the mission. She's like, well, whose mission? The mission or your mission? And he was making a point that all the leaders decided this. And he's like Wonder Woman, and then Oracle, Barbara's like, in space, she's not keeping up with this information. She only finds out after the fact via hologram message coming in, hologram live stream, where she's actually there in person as a hologram being told this information. So she is not actively there figuring out what the plan is, how they're fighting the light behind the scenes. So they figured it out. Of course, when Beast Boy makes the Outsiders, they formulate their own thing and kind of make it work for their benefit. But it was really cool, too, speaking of the light, to see them actually having a lot of conversations in this episode, all revolving around this whole situation with the anti-life equation, and talking about the mission and what their plans are, and getting violent and all that kind of stuff. And seeing Deathstroke in this episode interacting with Tara, it made me think a little bit, because even though she ended the episode talking to him on the phone, the flashbacks of her training with him made it seem that she's not too fond of him. But then it ends with her giving him a hug, because she did an unfair move without using, training swords, that she actually used her meta abilities to raise a huge rock and throw it at him. But he's like, well, in this world, nothing's fair. So he was fine with what she did with cheating on that front with using her abilities. But I don't know if she's actually going to turn. But he saved her from being taken. I mean, but it was all part of the plan. I mean, it's all part of the plan, I'm excited. I'm definitely, this episode really got me really hyped to see what they're going to do next, because they covered a lot of ground in this episode. So I'm definitely excited to see where we go from here. So yeah, guys, it's getting intense. It's getting insane. And I can't wait to see what they do next week. So there you have it, guys. That's the reaction. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm curious to know what you guys thought of this episode. Let me know in the comment section below. Blah. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.